Hello! If you watched to the end of my last video, you probably know that I built my apartment in The Sims, and you were probably expecting this video, so I'm just gonna give you guys an apartment tour. Okay, so this is the front door, and you enter, and there's a floor mat here, and then there's a bunch of like pebbles. It's actually all cleaned up, so it's like nice here. There's like no pebbles or anything. And then there's the place where we put our shoes, and then there's a place for you to hang your jackets and coats. And there is a top shelf here, so this is pretty accurate. And then you go to the right. It looks like there's so many doors in this hallway, but this door leads to the storeroom. So you go in, and this is what the storeroom looks like. It's a lot more full than this. We have a lot of boxes, and pretty much the whole storeroom is full. And it was pretty dirty, but we cleaned it up, so this pile of garbage is in here. Also, I picked a bad time to record this because I just sang songs for like an hour straight, so right now my voice is like and then there's this hallway, and then you go in, and this room is my brother's room, which is the smallest room in this apartment. And this apartment only has 2 rooms, so he has the smaller room, and his desk is over here. He has a bookshelf, and his closet is here. Oh, it actually has a door. Like it has a door here, but I forgot to put it, but it has a door. And then this is the window that you can see the outside. And this chair is actually from the dining table. He put it here so that he can put stuff on top of it, because I think he doesn't have that much storage space. Anyways, we leave his room, and then this room, which is next to his room, is actually a small storeroom, like a very, very small one. And we put our our detergent in here, and there's a lot of recycle bags that we just put in here. And then this next room is my room, which you have seen if you watched my last video. And my closet is on this side. It doesn't have a door, actually. I think there was supposed to be a door because I can see the top of the closet. It has like a sliding thing for a door to be there. I'm assuming the door broke and then they didn't repair it, so now it's just an open closet. And yeah, I have some paintings around my walls, and I have a shelf that's exactly the same as my brother's, and our table is also the same. And this is my laundry basket, and my bed is here. Oh, although one thing though is our beds don't look like this. We sleep on mattresses, so that's one thing that's not that accurate. And then we go out, and this door, which is opposite of these 3 doors, this one is the bathroom. So you go in, and it looks like this. We have a bathtub, there's a curtain here actually, and this is a toilet bowl. You can sit here, poop and pee. And the bathroom is actually smaller than this, like a lot smaller, because when you sit here, you can actually just reach for the toilet paper right in front of you. It's not supposed to be this far. Like, it's supposed to be just right in front of you. And the bathtub is also, there's not supposed to be these like empty spaces here. It's just supposed to be fitted, you know? And then there's 2 mirrors here. This mirror on the left, actually, you can open it, and then there's like a storage hole behind the mirror. So yeah, and then this is the sink. Why is this toilet? You know what? Whatever. Okay, and then you go out of the toilet, and finally you exit this long hallway to the kitchen. The kitchen is my favorite part of houses in general, but this kitchen is my least favorite place in this apartment because it's just really, really ugly, and the counters are really old, and there's a bunch of stains and scratches that just can't come off. And we don't have a fan that absorbs like the smoke and the oil. And honestly, this is way too nice looking compared to my current kitchen, but I can't really find any ugly countertops or shelves for the kitchen, so this looks way better than the kitchen that is in this apartment. What? Wait, that's not supposed to be there. Okay, there we go. And this one is the microwave. It's actually supposed to face me, and then the sink is here, and then we have like a drying rack here for the dishes. And there's supposed to be an air fryer here on this side, but I can't find any air fryers in The Sims, so I just left it empty. And the fridge is here. So that is the kitchen. And then here on the other side, we have a full body mirror. We're supposed to hang this mirror up, but we don't have the right screws to hang up this mirror, so it's on top of this random stand. And yeah, it faces this way instead of this way. And this is actually like it's a small little charging station, but also we put a lot of cables in this drawer. So yeah, and then we go to the living area. This is where the dining table is. And like I mentioned before, my brother took one of the chairs for his room, so there's just 3 chairs here. The living room is pretty empty, I would say. There's a display shelf here. It doesn't look like this. It looks nicer than this, actually. I have my Legos in here, and my brother also has some stuff that looks nice in there. And then on these walls, we just have some more decorations. It's just like cool pictures that I found online, and then I printed them, and then I cut them into small sizes, and then I just stick them on the walls. And this is my brother's kind of work area, and we have a lamp here because there's actually no lights in this area of the house. And we have a keyboard here. Nobody really plays anymore. I play it like just a couple of times a year, which is kind of sad. And then there's a TV rack over here, except there's no TV, it's just a rack. This is just like more storage place. And this is actually supposed to be a pull-up bar, but The Sims doesn't have any pull-up bars, so it's just it's just a monkey bar. This is basically the tour of my current apartment. There's literally nothing to do in my house. Like usually when I have friends over, we would just come here to meet up and we would go out after, because there's literally nothing to do here. So that was more boring than I thought, but whatever. Okay, welcome to part 2 of the tours. So this is another house. This is not the house that I'm living in, but this is just like a house that I would like to live in. And I covered the roof in a bunch of flowers because it just looks really nice and it looks cute. Okay, let's go through this front door. So when you enter, there's just shoes here, and we have a coat rack. Wait, no, a coat hanger. I don't actually know what this is, but it looked nice out here, so I put it there. We have some plants. They're just kind of randomly placed right now. And then this first room, once you enter, is a storeroom. This one actually looks more like a storeroom than the previous one in the apartment. This one actually has a bunch of clutter, but in the future, I really want a big storeroom. I think storage space is very important to making your house look neat and tidy, so you can just dump everything in the storeroom and close the door, and then you don't have to look at it. And then you go out the storeroom back to the entrance, and this first door leads to the kitchen. When I have my own house, or if I have my own house, I want my kitchen to be the nicest place in the house, because the kitchen is just the most important part for me, so I want it to be the nicest place. This kitchen I actually just took from the presets. It was one of the presets, and then I just added some stuff on the counters. And look at this, there's a little round window, and then we have a sink and more stuff on the counters. when I looked at the presets, it had the stove as part of the kitchen island. And I thought that was really interesting, and then I was trying to imagine it, and I think it would be kind of nice because you can do all your preparations like on the island, and then you can just bring it over to the stove. And then when you clean, it would just be like this entire area, instead of it being you have to clean your stove on this side and then you have to clean the island on the other side. But this one is just like a big thing, and I thought that was really cool. And then there's just like some cake on the counter, and there's a tea set. I don't actually drink tea, I only drink matcha, but it looks cool. And then we have a knife holder, and then we have more cake or bread, I don't know what that is. And then we have a cookie jar and fruits and more food and more cake. Yes, if I have my own house, I do think I would want to always have food on the counter. It would be really nice when I have people over, or if I just want to eat it myself, and it makes it look super homey. Okay, and then let's go through this door on the right. This is the bathroom. It's very colorful. It has a window, and it has plants and a shelf, even more storage space. And I'm not sure if I want to have a bathtub in the future, or if I just want like a shower and no bathtub. I don't know, I feel like it's not that difficult to clean the bathtub, and maybe you can do like a bubble bath, but I don't know, undecided. And then we go through this door, through the bathroom, and it's a bedroom. And this bedroom is kind of just for guests, I would say. It's nicely decorated. It has a big window, it has a chair, people can sit on it and just put their stuff on there. And there's more storage space, and then there's a mirror here, and this mirror also has a storage thing behind it. I really like mirrors with storage space behind it, it's really cool. And a nice big window. And then we go out this door, and we're back in the kitchen. So that one was the entrance, this one is the bathroom, and this one is the guest room. So now let's go through this door. So this is kind of like a study room that I would like to have. It's not like a 2-in-1 with a bedroom, but I do want like a full-sized mirror in my room. I want a nice chair. Oh, and I want like a big table so I can put like a bunch of stuff on top, because my table is always full of stuff. I feel like I never have enough table space. And then there's a clock, there's paintings, there's cool wallpaper, and then we have a lamp. I like using lamps when it's at night, and if the light bulb is yellow, it just feels really cozy. And then there's a window here as well, and you can look outside and see people walking. And then there's a bookshelf. I think I would prefer a bookshelf that has doors, so it's like closed storage instead of open storage. Oh, and then I have this little this little kids table here. I think this would be cool for doing like arts and crafts or any like paintings. And then there's a comfy little couch that I can sit on. And then we go to this other room with a clear door because it looks cool. And then this is like an even bigger arts and crafts room. Just has some decorations. I think this would be a cool place to have people hang out at. There's a lot of windows because I like windows. And there's a piano. Not sure if I would actually buy a piano in the future. Probably not. I think I'll just stick to a keyboard, but it's nice. I honestly want to relearn the piano. I mean, I still know how to play it, kind of, but I want to play it more. But at the same time, I feel like it's such a big commitment that I don't want to do it. And at the same time, I don't have motivation. But, you know, after I retire, I do want to play the piano. I also want to learn the guitar, but that's just a side note. And then there's an easel here. I don't actually want an easel. I don't think I would use it. It just looks nice for this house, this fictional house. So I guess this is kind of like the living area. I don't think I want a TV in the future because all I watch is YouTube and anime. I don't think I need a TV for that. But I do want a lot of couches, like these little couches. And lastly, we go through this door, which is my bedroom. And it's very like pink and blue because pink and blue is actually my favorite color combination. I feel like they just go so well together. And I would have a plushie. I want to have multiple plushies, a lot of nice decorations, and I want a king size bed. I don't know, I just want to be able to sleep with my arms and legs fully extended, like a star kind of, because right now I'm sleeping on a mattress, so I can't like fully extend my arms out, otherwise it's just hanging at the side. And then I want a window with like a windowsill that I can sit on. I feel like it would be really cool if I can like read books here. Not that I actually read, but it'll be nice to just sit here and just look outside and people watch. And then there's just more decorations on the walls. There's a nice big rug. I think I don't mind rugs as long as they're washable. And there's a tiny little mirror here, and there's another couch. This one's a cute one. There's like a, what do you call this? A vanity, I think. But this would be cool for doing like skincare and stuff. I want there to be a lot of drawers for more storage space. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the whole house. When I was a kid, I wanted like a huge house. But now that I'm older, I feel like that would just be a lot of work. And I think I would prefer having a smaller house. Also, I honestly feel like I would prefer to have a lot of clutter in my house rather than it being super minimalistic. Or at least in my room. I just feel like it would feel more homey. But at the same time, I don't want things to just sit there and collect dust. So, I don't know. Definitely want a lot of closed storage spaces. I don't know if I'm ever actually gonna own a house. Anyways, thank you for watching. Good luck with everything. Bye bye.